Da da da. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. All right, everything going well over here? I think so. I think we're good. Let me make sure this is working properly. What the heck? Let's do this. Shall we? Shall we get started? Like we should. Let me make sure I got everything pulled up. Yeah. We in here. Like swimwear or something. I don't know. That felt like the right thing to say. May not have been, but I don't know. Okay. I can get rid of that. I don't want to. Yeah, we're gonna turn this up. Today should be the final day of placing carpet. Let's see, what are we starting at right now? Hopefully it's the final day. We're starting at 218,000. Smiley Pie, what's up? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so 200. We have about 50,000 that we need to place. So hopefully that happens today. We shall see, though. It really depends on. I guess it depends on a lot of things, but let's see how we do. Depends on the clicks. Depends on how crazy chat gets. I mean, there's a whole lot that goes into it. Melloman, I have the best armor in Better on Bedrock and good XP farm. Congratulations. Congratulations. How long did it take? Is it like the God armor that you can get in Java? You have to like go back to previous versions of Minecraft or something? Or is there like an actual, this is the best armor in the game? I've never played Better on Bedrock, so I have no idea how that works. No clue how that works. Banana. Get over. We go. No. Actually, wait here. Too long. It's a new set. Wait. It's a new set. They add new sets to the game? Like they update the mod? Is it a mod? No, I thought it was a download. How does that work? That's so sick. That is so sick. And what does this armor do? What does it do for you? Only 150 days though, so not too terribly long. Oh, it only took you 150 Minecraft days? I'm gonna assume it's Minecraft days, because if that's real life days, I'm like, dog, that's like half a year. 4 or 5 new sets of tools and stuff. Perfect Cell just followed. Perfect Cell, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Splunklings. They made copper armor. I did see the copper armor. I saw the copper armor and the copper tools. I don't know if I'm excited for it, but I'm glad that it's here. Glad that it's happening. Glad that it's a thing, you know what I mean? Kind of crazy to me how long it took to make copper. I don't want to say it was not useful, but like more useful, you know what I mean? Like other than the lightning rod and the little telescope thing, what else did you use copper for? I mean, builds, but like copper is so, I don't know, it's just there. It's always there. There's just so much copper in the world. I've never understood why we don't have like more uses for copper. like it would make more sense to like, I don't know. I think there's a world where we can make some really cool. As someone who's not a redstoner, I feel like there's a world where we could use some. We could make some like really cool redstone components using copper and iron. Like mixing it too. I don't know. I feel like you use copper in a lot of like electronic stuff. Maybe I'm insane, but I feel like that's the truth. The Copper Golem is a good update. I'm excited to see how that works. I'm a little sad since I'm working on an actual auto storage. So there's that. The best armor gives a set bonus, 6 extra hearts on resistance 3. It's actually sick. Hey, that's what we need to have in all of Minecraft, dude. I don't know. Maybe I'm insane, but like if I go and get netherite armor, give me some kind of cool bonuses other than like it doesn't burn. Like, cause you still burn. It doesn't give you fire resistance. It's just fire resistance. Which is, I don't know. I find that to be stupid. I'm also just complaining, so there's that. So maybe I shouldn't be complaining or boo-hooing. You know what I mean? Well, I just got some text. I think my boy. Uh-oh. My friend is waiting for his son to arrive into the world, and he's currently playing WoW. I am blown away. Norby, hello, how are you? Thank you for the follow. I hope you're doing all right today. Hope you're doing all right today. Stutter today. Norby's a cool name. An interesting name. I like it. Good. I'm glad that you're doing real well. It is early for me. The day just started. That's a lie. I've been up for about, I don't know, 2.5 hours? Yeah. About 2.5 hours. I woke up, watched an episode of One Piece, and then I got up and made some coffee, and then I helped my family get ready to start their day, and yeah, now we're here placing carpet, because that's what I do. What am I doing? I'll show you what I'm doing. So, this is my end island, or what used to be an end island. The goal right now is to finish covering all the slime blocks that I've placed. I meant to land on that. Let's try and land on this one. We're covering all the slime blocks with carpet, and then I'm going to be, let me show you what I'm going to be putting on top of it. This is what I'm going to be putting on top of the white carpet. So the gray here that you see is the white carpet, and then I need to go get black carpet and lime green carpet. I'm putting this logo on the floor, and then I'm going to be building a giant planet, and then there's going to be a giant spaceship, and it's going to be shooting that planet, causing it to explode. And that is where I'm going to have like my subscriber / membership only area. So yeah. Who's Optic Gaming? Oh, that hurts my soul. They are a gaming organization that they compete heavily in like Call of Duty, first-person shooters, stuff of that nature. But when I first got involved with like YouTube and started watching a lot of YouTube, they were the team they were really prevalent. And so it was them and like FaZe Clan. FaZe was doing all the trick shotting, and Optic was doing they did a lot of just sniper stuff. But then they eventually transitioned into competitive Call of Duty. But they're the reason I got into content creation. So I'm making a tribute to them as a kind of thank you for, doing what they've done over the past, 15 years basically, and getting me involved in content creation and the whole 9 yards. It's Java. Norby, it is 100% Java. Through and through. But yeah, that's what Optic Gaming is. They're a gaming organization. They compete in quite a few different titles, and they're my favorite gaming organization. We just won back-to-back Call of Duty World Championships for the first time ever in Call of Duty history. So super proud of them. So yeah, no, really sick. I would play Java Minecraft, but my laptop's kind of broke. Oh, I hate that. That's the worst. That is the worst. Dumb question? What's a dumb question? Why isn't my chat showing up for YouTube? What is going on here? What is happening here? Didn't connect to YouTube for some reason. Oh. If that fixes. It's always Java. I mean, I like, apparently there's some good things about Bedrock. I don't know because I don't play on Bedrock. I have Bedrock, but I only play it with like when my friend wants to play, and he doesn't play. He's not an avid gamer like I am, right? So he plays Minecraft. I think he played Minecraft for the first time in like 10 years the other day. So I played on Bedrock to play on his little world for a little bit, and that was it. And then he kind of had his like 2-week addiction, and then was like, all right, cool, I'm good. You know what I mean? How do you get so much wool? There's carpet dupers in Java. I don't know if, I'm sure there's carpet dupers in Bedrock, but dude, this is so weird. It's not showing. Do I need to restart the chat? Why are you not connecting to, it connected to TikTok just things maybe? What is going on? I have to reconnect it. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties with my stream. What is happening here? Wait, I can't connect to that? What? That's crazy. I don't know. YouTube isn't working for some reason, so I'm gonna have to read on like the screen. So weird. It's gonna hurt my head. Whatever, guys. I'm sorry. If I missed your chat, it's because it's not in its normal place today, because the system I use for multi-chat is kind of busted at the moment. So, but anyways, yeah, no, I'm currently working on placing. I use carpet dupers to collect all the carpet, and then I come in here and place it. Today should be the final. I should have enough carpet to finish the rest of this area, and then we'll start on the actual Optic Gaming logo and stuff at some point today. What I really actually have to do is figure out how to calculate which blocks are supposed to be black and which aren't. The easiest way of doing it is actually making a grid, but I don't know how to make a grid that's 513 by 513. I don't know if there's a software out there that will allow me to do it. I genuinely have no clue, so we gotta figure that part out. But in the meantime, this is what we're stuck doing. So, but hopefully it doesn't go by. I mean, hopefully it goes by pretty quickly. Excuse me. And depending on how I feel, depending on how long I do this, because I did this for 6 hours yesterday, so depending on how long it takes me to get this done, I'm going to be completing this today no matter what. I don't care how long it takes me. And then, I mean, if it's a shorter amount of time and I still have time to continue streaming, then cool. If not, and we're at the end of the stream, then I will go off stream and do some content editing and creation stuff. Mod, what do you mean? Like, do I have a mod installed? Yes, I have a few mods installed. Most of them are performance-based mods to help me, like, not have, you know, a laggy game. But there are some mods in here that allow me to like instamine, not Bedrock, instamine Deep Slate and instamine Cobblestone and instamine the Endstone. And then I have a couple of mods that allow for like, that work with my shulker boxes that allow me to scroll over them or hover over them with my mouse and see what's inside of there rather than setting it down and opening it. So just a quality of life mod. Wait, there's mods for sketches? Wait. What are they called? You have like, can you give me a name? Do you know these off the top of your head? If you don't know, then don't worry about it. I'll look around, because what I found is I found a few mods that will allow me to like put the photo into like, it will allow me to put the photo into the system, but because of how big this area is, it doesn't allow me to make that, like, it's based off of height in the world rather than changing it so that it's like length and width. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I forgot I played 2 years ago. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look it up at some point. But the mod that I was looking at that allowed me to mess with the like the photo, it wouldn't let me go high enough because it thought that I was building it up rather than building it on the ground, you know, length and width wise and not height. So I need to figure out that part. You know who? Hello, how are you? Do I know who? He who must not be named. Any Harry Potter fans out there? Huh? I haven't watched Harry Potter in like probably 2 years. My wife doesn't really care about Harry Potter, so around the holiday times I'll try and watch it, but you know, sometimes I don't get to watch it all. How are you? I'm doing real well. How are you? I'm great, actually. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Yeah, no, I'm good. I am excited to play Minecraft today. So last night I played basketball in a men's league for the first time in like a decade, and it was way more fun than I ever remember. So that was awesome. Granted, we didn't play the best team, so that probably helped with why it was so fun. We got a much more difficult team to play next week, but that's all right. I don't know, playing competitive basketball is so much fun. Good, yeah. Zotes with the like. Thank you, Zotes. I appreciate that. That's love. Yeah, no, I've been doing great. Life is good, you know. Grateful for my life. Grateful for the opportunities that I've been presented over the years, and I don't know, just happy. You know what I mean? Just happy. Just happy. Been trying to practice like being grateful. I don't know. I think I can't speak for everybody, but I know for me, a lot of times I get caught up in all the ups and downs of life, and I constantly compare my life to others, and I wish I did this, or I wish I had that, and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, something about being. What am I building in Minecraft? 1 second, I'll show you. There's something about just being grateful that makes, I don't know, life worth it, in my opinion. Which is really hard to practice. I get that, but I don't know. I love it. Okay, so obviously this is a massive floor. I am currently TikTok cookie. Click Windows X, then click U twice. It gives more FPS trust, lower input lag, and increases FPS. I don't know what you're talking about, TikTok cookie, but I'm not clicking any X. I'm not gonna click an X. So this is what I'm actually building on the floor. I'm putting this logo on the floor. The dark gray right here is the white carpet, and then obviously I have to go get these colors. So that's what we're working on right now. And then the entire mega base that I'm building here is going to be a massive planet with a spaceship that's shooting that planet, causing it to explode. I'm then going to build like 4 walls. 3 of the walls are going to be glass. This back wall is going to be a graffiti wall. And it's going to look like it's a case that is holding everything in here, like an action figure kind of set thing. It's going to be my subscriber only area. So that's what I'm working on. Hopefully that answers that for you. I don't know if that was a good description of what I'm working on, but I hope that helps. All right. Let's do it to it. Do I have a server? No, I don't have a server. This is just me playing in a solo world. I don't want to pay for a server, if you want me to be honest with you. Also, I would never play on the server. I don't do server play very well. Okay, I get really mad when people mess with stuff. I've played on a server in the past, and I don't know why, but like I'll build something. It doesn't even matter if it looks good or not. I spent the time building it, and someone like blows it up or messes with it, and I just want to fight. So I haven't done any server stuff. I've kind of stayed away from that in an attempt to just keep myself sane. You know what I mean? Yo, thank you for the follow, you know who. I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate that, dog. But maybe in the future. The only thing that I have that's a server is a Discord server. So it's called the Splunklings with an exclamation point. So, and I'm in there as often as I can be, but I'm not in there a lot. So there's that. People beg for that. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Discord. You know who? No, I don't. I don't play Fortnite because my joints can't handle all the building. I don't necessarily want to play. Also, okay, let me tell you why. Okay, it's not that I think the game is bad. I don't think those games are bad. I think they're great. Roblox I've never really played. Okay, let me just put that out there. But the reason I don't play Fortnite is because my gaming skill, in comparison to my competitive nature, is not in alignment. Does that make sense? Let's see. So I'm not 18 plus, but my birthday is today in an hour and a half. First off, happy birthday, Norby. Congratulations. Congratulations. I guess thank you for telling me that you're 18 plus. I recognize that I can't keep people that aren't 18 plus from getting into the stream. But there are times where we do talk. We have serious conversations, or I do swear from time to time, and I don't know. Just be aware. Like, there is a warning, okay? If your parents don't like that, that's on you, okay? I can't keep you guys from being in here. So there's that. Yeah, of course. But yeah, I've never really played Roblox, and Fortnite I don't want to play because I'm... Sorry, just got a text message. Live alone? Oh no. Wait a second. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You're not 18, but you live alone. I don't need to know the story. Don't want to know the story. I hope you're doing well though. I hope it's a good situation, living situation. We're gonna leave it at that. Oh, you're at college. Okay, I got you. Jeez. Okay. How long have you been playing Minecraft? A very long time. I don't know, 15 years probably. How long have I been making content on Minecraft and doing that seriously? About a year. This world is a year old, so there's that. And I guess since you guys are new here, we can do a quick world tour if you would like. If that's something you want, just say yes. I won the lottery. I was planning to buy a house. I don't know if you're being serious or not, but if you actually won the lottery, hell yeah. Congratulations. That's sick. You might be one of the luckiest people on the planet. I'm pretty sure you have a greater chance of being struck by lightning multiple times than you do of winning the lottery. You probably have a better chance of being hit by a meteorite coming from outer space than winning the lottery. So there you go. Congratulations. Sure. You wanna see a world tour? All right, we can do a world tour. 1 second. I'm okay. Sorry, I'm handling some text messages from having some family stuff going on. It's been a rough morning. Okay, so let's change the video settings really quick. I don't lag out my computer. It's also raining. That's cool. Okay, so this is my main base. This is where I collected all of the slime that you saw in the end. This is the carpet duper. As you can tell, there's carpet there. I was shearing sheep until someone told me to, how many sheep? I have no idea. A few hundred maybe? 200 or 300 probably. Something like that. I was shearing them initially, and then someone was like, why don't you just make a carpet duper? And they saved my life. They actually saved my life, okay? Can you put the name of your Discord in chat? Yeah, name of Discord in chat is... There you go. There's the name of the Discord. If you can't find it, just let me know, and I can generate a link. So, but sorry, back to what I was saying. So, this is my main base. There's my sugarcane farm is right here. There's my tree farm, my cocoa farm. I have an auto wool farm there. Obviously not enough wool comes out of that to do what I'm doing. Is it nighttime almost? I can't tell. That is my pumpkin and melon farm. If we run over here really quickly, I have a makeshift kind of resin farm that I don't really use. I'll probably make a better one, and then a cactus farm there. Over that direction, I have a guardian farm. Pixel Jennifer, how are you? I'm doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right today. What time is it for you right now? It is 10:38 a.m. I'm doing really well, Pixel. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I'm doing a really quick world tour. So there is my mob farm. Okay. There's that. If we... Hello? Hello? There we go. If we go over here, that was my first pumpkin farm. Here is a... Well, it was a moss farm. This is my original sugarcane farm. There's a kelp farm that doesn't... I mean, it's alright, I guess. If we go in here, it goes to the roof of the nether. It's 5:40 p.m. Woo! Woo! You can't find it? Alright, I'll get you the link here in just a second. My gold farm right there. This is my bartering farm. I have a wither skeleton farm way over that way, like 2,000 blocks, and then that's where my guardian farm, where I get my lanterns, my sea lanterns. So that's all that's up here, right? Yes, nothing else is up here. So there's that. We're gonna do something up here at some point, I guess. I don't know. How old am I? I'm 31. I'm an old guy. I'm an unk. I'm ancient, if you will. I gotta go bye because it's 1:40 a.m. right now. You know who? Have a great night. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. This is the first build that I made in the world. So, I guess we can just walk up. So, we have a watchtower here to protect the entrance of my trading hall. So, yeah, this is my villager trading hall. There are 350 villagers in here. There was no reason to have that many. That's how many villagers, when I made all the little spots, there was 35 for the row, and it felt weird not having 35 match. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes some sense, but I needed it to match. My brain wouldn't allow me to like not let it match. So I got 350 villagers, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I was planning to download Minecraft again on my PS5. You should. You should. I mean, and start a forever world so that when your 2 weeks of addiction end, you can come back in a year or two or whatever it is and play again. All right. This is a makeshift little villager converter. I was converting this guy because I wanted Fortune 3, and I wasn't going to spend 48 emeralds on it. So this was my first build. My second build, which is the second really big build that I made, this is my main overworld like base. So I initially wanted it to be this whole entire circle, but my villagers are right there, and I didn't want to blow that up. It felt really bad trying to blow that up. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to do that. So this is what we got right now. This is going to be a hallway into the villager trading hall. This is going to be a super smelter area at some point, as well as the entrance into the nether. What's up, Kiwi? How are you? Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right. And so I have some ideas about how I want to transform this. I just haven't done it yet, obviously. So we'll get there. This is the coolest thing I think I've ever built in Minecraft as of right now. This is my super auto sorting storage area. BRB? All right. Oh yeah, let me get that link. Sorry. So sorry. All over the place. Let's see. Good, you? I'm doing real well. Doing really well. Let me see here. I'm gonna let this one last a day. Generate link. Copy that link. Okay, this is the link to my Discord server. If anybody wants to join, welcome to join. There's that. Okay. So, yeah. Now, continuing on. There's a little pub area that you can chill in, get food. Here's a smelting area for ores and then anything else really. Though I should probably have an area for smokers, but I don't, so there's that. We go down here, there's some more storage area. This is not auto-sorted, this is just random stuff. Thought it looked cool. That's a house that I really like, but I don't like building houses. But I think it turned out well for my first like actual custom house. Got some custom trees, which I really love. A little gradient that goes up, I think is sick, and then the little sorting system here. All right, so really happy with how it all turned out. I love it. Questions? Sorry, I'm getting blasted on the phone. But yeah, that's my world so far. That's what I've done in about a year of playing Minecraft. So if you stay focused and you play consistently, you can get a lot done in a year. Now, granted, I probably put in more hours in Minecraft than most of you guys do. So I'm a little bit different, but the point is you can do a lot. Check out brewery schematic. Let me check this out. Oh. That is actually sick. Oh. That is so cool. I've never seen a brewery schematic, but that is so nice. But what is Turtle Master? In a multiplayer world, would I join it? You want the honest answer, or do you want me to lie? You tell me which one you want, and I'll answer based off of that. I don't care. No. The answer is no. My cousin had a multiplayer server, and I played for 2 hours and never played again. When I say I am not a multiplayer guy, I am really, truly not a multiplayer guy. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but I don't know. It's fine. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad it's fine. I do hope the best, though. I hope your multiplayer world is sick. It's good escaping for escaping TNT traps. Right, hold on. Resistance 4, but slowness 3 is good for escaping TNT traps or surviving. I've never played in multiplayer long enough to like really know what enchantments are good for anything. Does that make sense? Like, I don't do PvP. I've probably played an hour worth of PvP on a server that was probably, I'm not kidding, probably 10 years ago. And I was so confused as to what was going on. Like, I spent an hour of my life getting absolutely killed and destroyed and slapped around. I was so frustrated. People were throwing potions and stuff. I was so confused as to, like, I think part of it is because I didn't grow up playing on keyboard and mouse. So, like, keybinds and stuff like that is really, really hard. Like, pressing the F1 keys or 1, 2, 3, I never do that. I never do that. I use a scroll wheel. So I'm super inefficient. And so, like, playing on servers and doing PvP stuff, I don't think I would ever be good at. And I don't want to take the time to, like, actually work on getting better. You know what I mean? It's stupid. I'm making an excuse here. But Proc 4, Mending, Thorns, and Unbreaking are good? Really? Dude, can I restart the chat? How do I get it to sync up to YouTube? It's really frustrating. I don't think I can do it. Ah! YouTube, why are you being so cheeks today? Let me see if... I mean, the stream is running fine on YouTube, right? Like, y'all aren't having... excuse me, y'all aren't having any issues? Or am I insane? I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. But, like... It's fine? Okay. Oh, wait, no, you're saying it's fine to what I said earlier. Have a blast protection in a smoker box somewhere? Is that for, like, when I mess with creepers or something? I probably should have that, but here's my problem. And I guess it's not really a problem. The idea that I'm going to actually switch to a blast protection item or a set of armor at any point when I'm, like, fighting in a cave or fighting, like, you know what I mean? I gotta go finish cutting grass. Bye, Melman. Have fun cutting grass. That is actually a lot of fun once you get started. Once you're, you know, hate doing it when you're not, but once you get started, so much fun. So much fun. And I don't care what anyone says. I will die on that hill. It's not for fighting? Oh, what is it for then? Unless you're talking about server play. But, like, I would never even need it. You know what I mean? Dum 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 dum. Should I get another cup of coffee? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Should I get another cup of coffee? I feel like I should, mainly because I want to, but I'm not entirely sure, you know? There's also that weird point in there's that weird point in the morning, right? Where like you've had coffee, okay? But if you have another, like, and if you have another cup of coffee, like right after that first cup of coffee, you're gonna be fine, right? But then there's that point in the afternoon, usually around 1 or 2, where like you start to get a little sleepy and you're like, man, I could really go for a cup of coffee right now, right? Because it's almost, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock is a little late, but like, I don't know, maybe closer to 1 is like the cutoff time for coffee. Anyways, the point is, you start getting to that point where like you start to get tired and you love a cup of coffee, and you can have another, but you shouldn't have another because of the caffeine that you've had for the day. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there is a trap, so you have it in case you get carded or TNT traps. Oh, I mean, that makes sense, I suppose. But I would walk into my own traps since I'm on a solo world. We're definitely talking about server play in that regard, which you will probably never catch me on a server. Maybe Hypixel if I really want to do something, but like, problem with Hypixel is like, it's a very deep, in-depth game mode, like game server, right? There's so much that you can do, which I love. Like, I want to play and like work on stuff, but like everybody, every time that I've ever streamed Hypixel or played it, I've streamed it, and like people are like, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, let me get you this, let me get you that. And it's like, no, stop it. Let me just explore the game and enjoy it and learn it. You know what I mean? Have fun with it. Does that make sense? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a baby about it. That's also a very real possibility. In fact, it's probably the most likely possibility, but still. Yeah. I really would like more upbeat music, but I'm not getting that right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say about that. I'm not entirely sure. Let me go through here. Excuse me, pardon me. Yes. There we go, thank you. You scoot that way. Just unfortunate that the closer we get to the center of this build, or of all this like slime, I feel like I'm just gonna be fighting more and more Endermen. Makes me a little bit sad. Not super sad, but a little bit sad. They're just kind of annoying to deal with, you know? But it's gonna be super nice when this is entirely filled up and I no longer have to worry about any, and I mean any, Enderman spawning. I do need to go. When I finish this, we're going to use the XP farm one more time before we break it down. Because I really do not want to be stuck in a situation where my elytra break. I think I have extra elytra in my my ender chest, but you know, you can never be too careful in the end, right? Always got to make sure that you're on top of your game. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, What? Hold on. What's happening here? All right, we're good. We're good. Okay. Ow, bow, 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 bow. Monkey boy poo! What's up, monkey boy poo? I hope you're doing alright. Every time. Gets a little chuckle, a little giggle. Wait, what's the difference between a chuckle and a giggle? A chuckle is like a deep, right, kind of laugh. Bro, what is that for? I swear you've been doing that forever. Oh, you want to see what it's for? I have been doing it forever. I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm kind of sick of doing it, but I'll show you what it's for. This is what it's for. So all the dark gray is the white carpet, and then I gotta go get these colors and make this logo and put it on the floor. So that's what I'm working on. That's why it's taking so long. Also, like, there's 263,000 slime blocks that I have to cover up. So I would love for this to not take this long. It's gonna be sick when it's done, but yeah, no, it requires a disturbing amount of commitment and time and just placing blocks. But if you look around, like, it is getting smaller. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be done. It's gonna be sick when we're done. Whenever that day comes. It should be done today, actually. If I lock in, we should have it done today. And if not today, it will definitely be done tomorrow. But, you know, slow and steady. Oh, which makes it, I mean, I say it's going to be done tomorrow. The white carpet will be done. The actual logo is not going to be done just yet. I got, Callie, what am I doing? I am placing this on the floor in the end. That's what I'm doing. So, all the dark gray is the white carpet, and then I have to go get the black and the lime green in the future. That's what I'm doing. I'm building that mega bouncy castle. Yeah, except I was really sad. I don't know if I didn't realize that there was a height limit in terms of how far you can bounce back up. So I put all this in here because I thought it'd be sick to have a giant trampoline in the end. I thought it'd be hilarious. But you only bounce up like 80 blocks. It's not that cool. I was very, very sad. So just a heads up, if you're gonna do this, just don't. But it has saved my life, actually. It saved my life a couple of times, which is why I did it. So I was happy about that. But now it's just going back and putting in the design on the floor and then getting ready to build the actual mega build that I'm gonna have over there. Which is gonna be a planet and a spaceship. And that spaceship's gonna be shooting the planet, causing it to explode, and it will be my membership / subscriber only area. So you don't have that much free time. I get it. Look, I'm a degenerate, Callie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay? I'm not proud of it. Okay, like I you know, it's not something that I wear on my chest. Thank you for the follow, by the way. You know, it's not like I get excited in the morning and it's like, hey, guess what? I get to go outside into my office, turn on my computer, play Minecraft for 7 hours. And that's not how I operate. It's more of a like, all right, let's go play some Minecraft. You know what I mean? Because I have this idea that's stuck in my head that I can't get rid of. My brain won't allow me to do anything else until it's completed, or at least partially completed. There's always that weird weird spot in a build where my brain is just like, all right, okay, it's done, and it's like 75% done. You know what I mean? Do you do this for a living? No. I mean, I do make money from this. I guess it depends on what you mean by living. I make enough money to help pay bills, but I don't make enough money to cover all the bills, and so I don't consider that a living until I can cover all my bills. But yes, I do. I mean, I do this. This is what I do. Like, do I have a stable job? No, I'm in between jobs. I was a real estate agent up until I don't know, February, maybe March, something like that. Or maybe not even that, maybe January. And then I had an opportunity to try and take content creation seriously. Spoke with my family about it, and they kind of agreed I should at least try it and see how it goes. So we're taking basically a year, see how it goes, and if it goes well, great. If it doesn't, then we'll figure out what's next. But I also have like kids, so I like take care of my kids. So I watch, instead of paying for childcare, I watch my kids every other week. So I guess in that regard, I work. I save us money that way, because I don't know if you've ever looked at how much childcare costs. It ain't cheap at all. It's actually insane. It is insane how much it costs to send a child to daycare. Kind of blows my mind. You haven't looked at it, so don't look at it. Do yourself a service. Don't ever look at it. I mean, I guess if you have kids, that's one thing, but I'm living your dream. Well, I guess. I don't know. Do I enjoy what I do? Do I enjoy making content? Yes. Have I made money from it? Yes. I will say this, it's a lot of, like, it's not the most difficult work in terms of, like, physically demanding and stuff like that. The idea that, like, there are people out there that believe that this is genuinely a harder job than, like, going out and working in 110-degree heat doing construction, it baffles me. That being said, it does take a lot of time. Got to be willing to sacrifice. If you have that time and can sacrifice, great. If you can't, you know, work with what you got. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go eat. GG's. I'll be back. Norby, all right, sounds good. Enjoy having food. You know, enjoy having food. I love food. I love food so much that I have to limit how much I eat because I gain weight like crazy. That sucks. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I mean, I've been placing white carpet for the past 20 hours. Collectively, I mean, over the past few days, so. You're guessing I'm not paid by the hour? Hell nah! What? If I was paid by the hour, I'd never log off. What the hell no, I'm not paid by the hour. I wish. Shit. I wish. That'd be dope. That is a goal of mine, but the streaming platforms that, or the streaming platform that pays by the hour, I'm not partnered on, which is Kick. But the platforms that have the most discoverability are YouTube and TikTok, so that's my main focus. And then I stream on Twitch as well. I'm not partnered or affiliated with them, and I probably never will be, because they don't want you multi-streaming, basically, if you partner with them, so that would never happen. Stream on Kick, it pays so well. I do stream on Kick. I'm on Kick right now, live. It's just really, really hard to build a... I'm learning that it is difficult to build a community over there. One, because it's smaller. So I'm still working on that. I still need to go in and make some updates to my channel, and like add some about me's and stuff like that. I just haven't taken the time to do that. But I am over there. So if you want to help a brother out and follow on Kick, I'd appreciate it. But TikTok and YouTube have the most discoverability, and so my goal right now is to focus on those two. And as Kick and Twitch grow, if that's what happens, great. If not, my audience will be built on TikTok and YouTube. That seems to be the best two platforms to start streaming and making content on is TikTok and YouTube, just because of the algorithms that they have. I've heard that Kick is probably going to add a short form option to streaming, and so I think they're working on trying to get into the whole discoverability game. But I can't imagine how much money it costs to do something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a Kick account, BRB. Kelly, appreciate that, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate you, dog. You eat peanuts? I don't eat peanuts, actually. No, that's a lie. I enjoy peanuts, and I love peanut butter, but my son is allergic to them, so we don't eat them almost ever. If we do eat them, it's like when my kid is nowhere near us, and we have like a couple of hours to, like, you know, eat it and then not have it around. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, no, I'm not proud of it, peanuts. I'm not, like, I miss peanut butter. I miss, you know, Reese's peanut butter cups. Like, I miss all of it. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I miss that. But I can't have it in the house. You know what I mean? I love my kid too much. You feel me? Love my kid way too much. So, sacrifices had to be made, and it was peanut butter. Or peanuts in general. Though I do find it interesting that, like, you know, like with dairy, if you're allergic to dairy, you get tested every year because you can grow out of it. With peanuts, it's like, it's such a slow process to grow out of that allergy. If it ever happens, it's like, it happens over the course of like years. It's 7 to 9 years or something. It's real, but I understand. Yeah, it was a sad day. I mean, was it really a sad day? I'll tell you what's really sad. Yo, thank you for the follow, by the way. I'll tell you what's actually sad. What's sad is rushing to the hospital because your son's having an allergic reaction and you don't know why, and you find out it's because you ate peanuts. That was a very sad moment and a terrifying moment. So it really wasn't that sad when I got rid of the peanut butter. I was like, you know what? Let's not do this again. Let's not do this again. So yeah, but I can live vicariously through you. You eat the peanut butter and enjoy it, and I'll sit here and just kind of nod. That sound good? I feel like that's a pretty decent trade-off. You know what I mean? So like that might be one of the best ways to. Now we can have other kinds of like, you know, spreads. Like he's not allergic to almonds, so we can have almond butter. We can have sunflower seed butter, which by the way actually tastes really good. It has like I don't think it's as sweet as peanut butter, but it has like a natural sweetness to it. I don't know. I enjoy it. Nutella, we can have that. Nutella slaps. The hazelnut, give it to me. So I make do with what I have. I will say though, he can't have cashews, and that might be one of my favorite tree nuts. Might be. Is a pistachio? It comes from a tree. Nutella's goated. I agree. And there are people out there who don't like it, and they're wrong. You know. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. So, but I get down on Nutella. In fact, I don't buy it very often because I like it so much. It don't last long in this household. Okay, so I do my best to kind of ignore buying that whenever I'm walking through the grocery store. Because your boy will get down on some Nutella. Matter of fact, there's a lot of things. Anything that basically, if it has sugar in it, I'm willing to try it. You know. I'll put it that way. I got a sugar tooth. I got to be very, very careful with how often I consume sugar because it excites me. Okay, puts a smile on my face. It puts weight on my hips. The whole 9 yards. Which is why I basically cut out carbs recently, past like 3 months, and have been working out consistently. I was tired of being fat. So tired of being fat. I'm still tired of being fat, but we're not as fat as we were, you know? So, we're slowly but surely getting into better shape. Lifting weights, running, doing a lot of running. In fact, I used to think that I hated running. No, it's the opposite. Oh yeah, 30 minutes. What's your kick? It should be, that's a great question. I think it's the Splunky. What is it? Nope, it's just Splunky. Just Splunky. Let me just copy it. And there you go. Just Splunky. Yeah, the worst part is going to... So, my wife and I play a game where we go to Costco and we guess how much we're going to spend as we enter the checkout line. The checkout line. And I shit you not. The other day, we spent... I said we were going to spend $863. We spent $837. And my soul damn near left my body. I damn near had an out-of-body experience, guys. Hello Spec, that is such a... Allie, if that's you, that is such a sick-ass name. Yes. Yes. But it was a bit... Yes, it was a very close guess. But I damn near passed out in line. It hurt my soul spending that much money. Now, we've had groceries for like 3 weeks. That's great, but like... You know what I mean? Yeah, it's me. Thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But Costco groceries, yo, they're like, I don't know. I clearly I got to make more money. I got to budget better. But also grocery prices are kind of insane. Now, we were buying in bulk because it was Costco, so there's that. But all in all I'm saying is stuff is expensive, all right? Stuff is crazy expensive. So be mindful, guys. Budget your money. Be smart about it. Give yourself 24 to 48 hours. If you're thinking about buying something, 24 to 48 hours, okay? You know what? And I say this because my kids like bananas, okay? They like fruit, right? And we have a grocery store that's close by, so we walk to it, just get a little exercise in. I bought 13 or 14 bananas. My kids ate 7 of them on the way home. Guys. They ate 7 of them. On the way home. I shed a grown man tear. I've never had more than $100 ever. I'm broke. Hey, I remember those times. Not gonna lie to you. Those are hard times. But it helps teach you the value of $1, bro. Great lessons to learn. 7 is insane. I know. And I was there experiencing it. I felt like I was getting robbed. And they just looked at me with their little cute eyes and their big old giant smiles and the like, thank you, Dad. Bro, it hurt watching those bananas disappear. It hurt. And I had to put on this smile like, oh, I'm so happy that you guys are happy, right? On the inside, I was like, brother, breathe, please. And try to enjoy the banana. You guys are inhaling these things. I almost had a midlife crisis go on. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hard out here. I don't know, man. I don't miss being broke. Not that I'm rich. Let me make that very clear. The beauties of being a parent. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But it's a humbling experience, okay? But like, I do compare it to being like a broke teenager and a broke college student. I would never. I'd never want to go back to that. Ever. Not fun. Not fun. I will take watching my kids consume 7 bananas and 3 apples every single time. Because walking into a grocery store, buying nothing but ramen noodles, and then making special ramen noodles by adding eggs and stuff, that might have been more humbling. Whoa, what did I just do? How did I do that? But yeah, anyways, point is, I understand your pain. I've been there. It does get better. Just keep working hard. How do I change my PFP on Kick? Ooh, sweetheart, I have no idea. No clue. I couldn't tell you. I just messed around on the website for like 40 minutes. Thank you. Anytime. That ramen noodle thing is my life now. Look, I'm looking up BRB. Sounds good. There's nothing wrong with eating ramen noodles and making, you know, crazy ramen noodles by adding eggs and I don't know, like a meat or something. I get it. Adding like, you know, green onions on top. Maybe a mushroom or two if you're into mushrooms. You know, it just makes you feel better, right? I get it. I was there. But then you have people that are like, oh, that's not ramen. It's like, I didn't ask you what you thought about my ramen noodles. Like, if you want to go to that 5-star ramen noodle shop across the city and spend $75 doing it and then $35 on some sake, be my guest, all right? But when I look at my bank account, all right, it hurts a little bit. So I got to be mindful. Not all of us got it like that. You know what I mean? Or shrimp. Hey, shrimp too. Shrimp goes hard. It's really whatever you want to add to it. People just want to judge for no reason. It's like, mind your damn business. How about that? And then they have the audacity when you start making money, be like, I knew you could do it. If you don't shut your, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Feel what I'm saying? I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it all. I feel like being broke, especially early on when you're young, trying to get your life together and you're figuring things out, I feel like that is a healthy place to be. This idea, like, I hate when I go into Instagram or really any social media platform and there's like some 22-year-old that's like, hey, if you're not making $1.7 million annually, like, you're just a poor, lazy, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you can kiss my whole ass. All of it. $1.7 million annually. If I'm not making that, I'm a loser. Yeah, right. All right. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse the hell out of me. Like, don't get me wrong. I get, like, if you're making that kind of money, I'm proud of you, dog. I really am. Like, good for you. Because I know that came with a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. I get it. But to sit there and claim that, hey, someone's a loser or unsuccessful, or they don't work hard, or they just don't want it because they're not making $1 million plus. It's like, bro, you are delusional. Seek some help. I don't know where, but you know, matter of fact, go outside and just get some sunlight, cut some grass, drink some water, and really think about how moronic you sound. You know, breaks my brain. And you're talking to somebody who wants to make $1 million. Rehab for real. That's all I'm saying. Like, you genuinely need help. I feel like people forget how much $1 million is. Like, I guess in the grand scheme of things, like, I don't know, we spend a lot of money over the course of our life. I get it, but like, come on, bruh. If you're not a billionaire by the time you're 35, what the f are you doing? Like, I don't know, living life, paying bills, taking care of my family. I don't know. Like, I don't sleep in my office. In the air, gee, that's all I'm saying. Breathe, deep breaths, just. You know what I'm gonna start saying? This is what I'm gonna start saying. Next time I hear that someone's like, you're just a loser because you don't make $1 million, I'm just like, you're just a pencil pusher. That's what you are. You just stay locked up in the office, don't you? You haven't seen the light of day, you vampire. Poor soul. I'm glad you got a Bugatti, but you drive it to and from work. It has 4 miles on it. Like, you're kind of a loser. You know what I mean? You're kind of a loser. You don't even get to enjoy your car. There are some really wealthy businessmen that I actually look up to who are dope. All right, not saying they're not, but it's like the gurus on Instagram. They're like, if you spend, you know what? I have this $1,000 program. I'm selling it for $9.99. That's 99.99% off. If you buy it now, I'll show you how to make $1 million. It's like, how the hell you won't? $30 is fine. Yeah, exactly. Jay, what's up? Jay! Sorry, my chat is being weird, Jay, so I don't see YouTube in the normal spot. I have to look to the other side of my monitor. It's throwing me off today. Sorry I missed your chat, but what's going on, dog? Hope you're doing all right. We're talking about the gurus online who sell fake programs to teach you how to be a loser, basically. If you can't live well off of little, how are you supposed to live life to the fullest with a lot? You know what I mean? You got to be able to appreciate the small things, and then grow from there. I'm not saying don't go make tons of money. Like if you got an idea or you got a business or you can build a multi-million, multi-billion-dollar corporation, hey, more power to you. Go do it, baby. But to claim that other people are lazy purely because they don't make the money that you make, that's asinine. It's weird. Weird behavior. Weird vibes. Throws me for a loop, you know what I mean? It's concerning, in fact. Makes me want to have a conversation with their parents. So, did you know that your son, Jeffrey... Yeah, he claims that we're losers because we don't make as much money as him. Oh, he lived here until he was 32? So he didn't have any bills that he had to pay? Wow, and you gave him seed money? Oh my gosh, how much? You gave him $150,000. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Who's being weird? Just the internet gurus. But when they start gloating, that's the weird part. That's one of the weird parts, because the crazy thing is like, you don't know if they actually bought these cars, if they're renting these cars. But no one in particular, Jay. We're just talking about Reward Ruster 1 just followed. Thank you for the follow-on kick. Reward Ruster. Say that 5 times fast. Reward Rust. Never mind. Don't say it 5 times fast. Kind of difficult. But yeah, there's no one specifically being weird, Jay. It's just overall the people online that are like the money-making gurus who are like, did you know that you can do this and make $1 million in a year? I went from having $100 in my pocket to closing on my first real estate deal 7 weeks later with no money and a partner that I randomly found on the street. It's like, no, that's not what happened. You may have done that in 7 weeks, but like, you networked really hard. You put in a lot of hours. You probably made a bunch of phone calls. There's a lot that went into it. It's good to have him kick his back up. Dude, absolutely. Let me say this about gloating. Like, if I bought a Bugatti, guys, I'm gonna be proud about it, right? But there's also like a point at like and I don't know what this point is, but I'm pretty sure there is a point financially where you reach, hey, I've been enjoying your stream. Let's support each other and grow. Who the hell do you think I am? You've been here for 4 seconds and you're enjoying my stream? And you want me to support you and grow? No. Stop being weird. But like you don't realize how many people like okay, as I was saying that I like, would I gloat? I don't think I gloat, but like I'm driving the car around. You feel me? You feel me? Like I'm driving the car around. And also, there's a point where you get enough money where it's like I got everything that I've ever really wanted. You know what I mean? Like I don't ever want a 40-bedroom mansion. That just seems odd to me. Like I don't want to get lost in my own house. You know what I mean? Well, those people are so goofy. They're such shallow people and have nothing to show except their money. It's very insecure. I agree. And again, I have no problem with someone being like, no, I worked really hard. I made this money. There are a handful of people like Andy Frisella is one of them. He's the owner and creator of, or one of the owners and creators of First Form. It's a massive supplement company. And the dude was like, yeah, it took me 10 years or 15 years to make my first $1 million. He was like, I was sleeping inside my supplement store on a mattress that had a piss stain on it that I'd found in an alley because I didn't have enough money to rent a place out. He was like, I'm pretty sure I was breaking a bunch of laws, but I would go to sleep in the back of the shop. I would like, I think he went to his parents sometimes to go shower, or he would just use the bathroom and like shower, like that kind of story. I'm like, oh hell yeah, brother. Yeah, no. I get down on that. But it's when some, and I don't care if you're, it doesn't even have to be a 20-year-old, but it could be anybody that's like, yeah, so if you buy this program, I'll teach you how to make money in 3 weeks. And it's like, huh? You're gonna teach me how to make $1 million in 3 weeks? Like, okay, right, that makes a lot of sense. The grind goes real, absolutely. Like I look up to the ones that are true grinders. I will say this though, I come into a lot of money randomly, or if I start making a bunch of money from content creation, you guys probably aren't going to know about it, but there will be some signs. You know what I mean? There's some things that I want to do in my life. All right, so there'll be a couple of signs, but it wouldn't be anything crazy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I did it. Let's go. Let's go, hello. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I'm gonna go on a trip. I'm gonna pay off my house, right? I'm gonna buy a new minivan, okay? Because I got a used one, it's kind of trash, and then I want to buy a truck, right? Like, so there would be some signs, right? But I ain't gonna hop online and be like, hey guys, if you're not 27, making $500,000 a month from playing Minecraft or whatever, just like stop trying. We'll go make breakfast and I'll be back. Oh yeah, breakfast. I haven't made breakfast. I haven't eaten today. I'm sipping on coffee. I'm about to go get some more coffee. I don't know if I actually need it though. That's the crazy thing. I think I'm kind of flowing at the moment. You're gonna start eating farm fresh milk and ostrich eggs. We'll notice. Yeah, you're damn right. Look, if eating ostrich eggs makes me more athletic, then I'll do it. I'll do it. Honestly, the best thing I can do to get more athletic is continue losing weight. So I've been working on it. We're getting there. It felt good being able to play basketball last night. I didn't run the entire time, but I basically jogged a large majority of it, and then I'd start walking. We played a younger team, and one of those dudes, I was like, I'm not even gonna try. Like, we can't stay in front of them. We tried doing some help side stuff, and they started getting some open looks, and so we just decided to just face guard the rest of the team, and we're like, look, no one's helping you. We can let one, maybe two guys score, but we're not gonna let the whole team score. That's not happening. You know what I mean? So, but it was great. It was great. We did it. We had a fantastic time. We actually won the basketball game, so there's that. It was a whole lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but I love winning, so there's that. All right. Bum, 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 bum. That cardio is no joke. Oh no, no. Basketball cardio is different, and it's crazy because I probably average weekly anywhere between 15 and 20 miles on the treadmill, right? But also, like, when you're running on a treadmill, you're getting, like, it helps pace you, but you're also getting assistance because the treadmill is actually moving, right? When you're playing basketball or running outside, it's all you to get the momentum going. And so, like, once I get jogging or running, like, I'm good. It is the constant stop and start of basketball that really cooks me. So, yeah, oh no, we beat the brakes off of them. Nice, bro. Winning is what matters. I agree. It was just fun to be back in a competitive setting. It's been so long since I played in a competitive setting, like genuinely probably close to 10 years. And it just felt good. It felt so good to be back on the court hooping. Can't wait for next week. Next week is supposed to be a much more difficult opponent. So it's a bunch of ex-college players. So I don't know how many, but based off of what I saw last night, they had 6 players yesterday. Or last night, so who knows how many they'll have next Thursday. I don't know how big their team is, so there's some ideas that I have in mind about how we could win, and we're probably using that to our advantage because we have like 10 guys. But it was great. When's the highlight reel dropping? I don't think any of us were recording actually, but yeah, no, it was I mean, I like, my brother and I played very well. If I'm not lying, my brother and I are the reason that we won by quite a large margin, because we won by 18 points. So we scored 86 points and the other team had 68, right? Yes. So won by 18. My brother and I combined for 52 of those points. So it was a really good game, really good first game back. It was a lot of fun, but I do realize, like, I need to get in much better shape. So, gonna be doing some more jump rope stuff. Gonna be doing some more running. What division are you guys? We're not. We're retired players. But I played Division II basketball in college. My brother played Division I in college, and then my brother probably had an opportunity to play, or would have. I'll kind of explain his situation, but he was in the talk. He talked to the Knicks and to the Orlando Magic at one point. But my brother had 5 major surgeries. He had 3 knee surgeries, a foot surgery, and a shoulder surgery. And his 5th surgery was his foot. And basically the doctor was like, you can either continue playing basketball or you can be able to play with your kids when you're 30. You need to choose. And so, as you can probably imagine, he chose to be able to play with his kids when he got older. So there's that. And then I had a lot of back injuries. So I have 2 bulging discs in my lower back, and anytime that, like, it took me a while. I was a very slow transition to college. I struggled in college initially. But as I started to get a grasp of the speed of the game and started really learning our offense and our defense and getting an understanding of what it's like to play in college, I would get injured. So, yeah, no, I mean, is it unfair? I mean, maybe, but it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. There's levels to this. I don't know if I could hoop with D1 or D2 hoopers. You'd be surprised. If you practice enough, you could. If you play enough. I'll put it like this. People don't understand the amount of hours my brother and I used to put into being basketball players. Like, the area of Texas that we come from isn't known for basketball, right? And so it was really, really, we didn't have like trainers. We watched YouTube and just practiced a lot. And so, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It takes a lot of work, but a lot of people, especially when they're younger and new to basketball, they want to play super fast paced. Last night, I scored 31 points, okay? And I did nothing crazy. I didn't sprint. I don't think I sprinted once during that whole game. I jogged the entire time. I took most of my shots. I took probably 1 or 2 steps. If you want to get really good at basketball, obviously you need to practice a lot, but to really get really efficient at, like, scoring and stuff, it's slowing the game down. If you can do that, you'll be good. It really is, bro. How do you have the chance to play in the NBA and stuff, and you can't because of an injury? I'd be so mad. Yeah, both of us entered a very depressed. We were pretty depressed after we stopped playing basketball. For about, I think my brother, it was like 12 to 16 months. I think for me, it was about a year. I didn't watch sports. I didn't watch any sports. I didn't pick up any football or basketball. I did nothing. I played video games and did a lot of drinking because that's all I thought about from the age of 11 until I was 23. That's the only thing I ever thought I wanted to do. And so I really did not know how to cope and deal with recognizing that my first love was no longer accessible to me. Right? It was weird. But over time, you kind of get used to it, you accept it, and you move on. But then you have stuff like men's league, like this. I joined this men's league for the first time in 10 years, and I got to go out there and just have a lot of fun and experience it again. Like, this is why I fell in love with basketball. Like, it was just the competitive nature of it all. My dog is barking and it's driving me insane. We'll finish this story and then I'll go take her inside. But I don't know. It's such a beautiful sport. I know it's not for everybody, but there's an art to it. And being able to play last night reminded me why I love the game so much. Also, it's, playing in a competitive league is so different than playing pickup with your boys. Like, I play pickup with my boys on Saturdays, and like most of the team is like a group of guys that I play with on Saturday. And I really don't think they realized how good my brother and I were, because when we play pickup on Saturdays, I don't care. I'm there for a workout, right? So I'm not trying to do anything insane. I'm picking up the ball every now and then. I'll try and score, but I want like a super easy shot, right? And last night I was like, they were undersized. I was bigger than them. They weren't helping. The game was super slow in terms of like how I was viewing it, and I was like, give me the ball and let me go eat. And eat I did. And then my brother, some guy started messing with him, and my brother's like, we have this like, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a competitive situation, I start making up stories in my head to get me going. So we both started making up stories on the way to the game. I was like, these guys don't think you can play. They've actually voiced that opinion. They really don't think you can play. And that got me going. And then my brother, the guy who was guarding, elbowed him in the mouth twice. And he was like, oh, okay, so that's how we're gonna play. So the second half, my brother had, I think, 3 points. He was 1 from 4 from the 3-point line. Told the guy started the second half, he's like, I want you to know I'm not going to drive the basketball anymore. I'm going to shoot from the 3-point line. He went 6 of 8 from the 3-point line after that. I'm talking got active. You feel me? I got you. Realistically, I only have 2 years experience, but I picked up the sport pretty quickly. Tell the story when you were a coach. Wait, which part of me being a coach? I have quite a few stories from being a coach. I stopped basketball because I knew I'd never be good enough to play on a real team. I mean, have you seen the worst NBA players? He's better than most D1 players. Don't get me wrong. I still play every 2 days though. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about the NBA, right? And this is what I love when I hear people who don't play at a high level, when they're like, nah, man, that guy's trash. I could beat him in basketball. No, brother, you couldn't. These are like, what, 20-man rosters? And there's, what, 30-something teams? I don't know how many teams are on the NBA. I think there's 30-something. You're talking about 600 of the best players in the world. We're talking about the 600 best players in the world. Those guys on the bench that see 1 or 2 minutes at the end of every game, or at the end of a blowout game, who never play, would bust your ass. They would bust your ass, guys. Do not underestimate how good these guys are. They are insane players. Okay? Insane players. And there are also guys that are really, really good who don't want to be in the limelight, who don't want to be Hall of Famers, who don't want to have to deal with that. They collect their paycheck, they play basketball at a decent level, they score their, they get their 10, 15 points. They could probably go off for 30 or 35, but they don't want to be that guy because they don't want to deal with all the the fame that comes with it. They just don't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the level of these basketball players. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know, man. There's levels to basketball, and if you've never played competitively, if you didn't play in high school, you definitely can't compete with someone who plays in college, right? Like, it's got to be really, really difficult to walk on. I mean, there are players, like, I will always say this. My dad told me this when I was a kid. He said your best players never make it to the pros because of either an injury, maybe they get involved with some stuff they shouldn't be involved with, maybe they just fall out of love with the sport, so they decide not to play. You know, I mean, like the best players to ever play the game will never make it to the pros. Just, you know, it just happens. So I could beat Ben Simmons. Yeah, I appreciate the confidence. Ben Simmons did not pan out to be the player that he had the potential to become. But you and I both know there's not one person in this chat that could beat Ben Simmons. I played 2 years, one in D4, one in D3. Hell yeah. Did you enjoy it? My problem was that where I come from, I was the tallest guy on my high school team, so I had to play a center, but I'm only 6'4". Okay, and I know that's tall for like the average person, but when it comes to basketball, that is not tall. I am a point guard size. I'm a 1 or 2 in terms of my height, but I was not taught how to play basketball from those positions. And so when I got to college, I got to Division II, and my teammate was a 7-footer, and I had to play post against him. That was not an easy thing to do. I struggled really, really hard to do that. Also, even though I was the go-to guy on my team in high school, the game of basketball didn't start making more sense to me until I was in college. And then another thing, I played within the system that my coach gave me. And so last night I played against some of my old, there's a teammate that I had in high school. His dad was there because his son, he has another son that was playing against us, right? And after the game, he was like, "Where did you learn how to shoot like that?" I was like, "I've always been able to do that, but I played within the system that my coach forced me to play in. Like, I've always been able to shoot the basketball. I just wasn't allowed in high school to step out and shoot it or dribble the basketball or anything. You know what I mean? And so that limited my ability to go and really expand and showcase my talents to other coaches. I don't know if it would have changed where I ended up in college by any means, but you know what I mean? I was a big man, so I played post, kind of boring. I love playing post. I'll say look at Trae Young and he'll get scared. And bro, Trae Young is cold. I don't know if you know this, but Trae Young, even though he says he's from Norman, he's actually was born in Texas. So there's that, because he's from my city. But anyways, point is, Trae Young is nasty. Trae Young's a lot of fun to watch. And the guy who cut my hair, my barber that has cut my hair basically since I was 14 years old, is Trae Young's godfather. Crazy, right? He had crazy handles, but I could never finish. I was a footwork guy. So I love playing post because some of my favorite players to watch were Tim Duncan and Hakeem Olajuwon, and they are skilled big man / footwork guys. Even though Tim Duncan was a power forward, I get that, but Olajuwon was probably more of a power forward as well, if you really think about it. But anyways, I never had like crazy handles. I could handle the ball, okay, but I never had crazy handles. I have crazy footwork, okay. I get active with the spins and the fades and the pivots. There's a whole lot of pump fakes in my game. I can pass the ball very, very well, and I have a solid shot. Like I think I was 50% from the 3 last night. I think I took 4 3-point shots. I made 2 of them. The 2 that I missed, one of them I just absolutely missed. And then one of them, there was sweat, and I don't know if it was my sweat. I think I just wiped my brow, and so there's sweat on my fingers. I don't know if I would have made the shot, but I missed the shot purely, like I didn't get close to goal because it slipped out of my hand. There's that. Also, I have 0 chances to make it far. I'm 5'8". You know what? Yeah, that's gonna make it really hard to play in the NBA or make it. There are some 5'8" players in the G League, and I've seen some college players that are 5'8". But if you're gonna be, no offense, if you're gonna be that short when it comes to basketball, right? In comparison to like the average height of basketball players, which is like 6'6" or something, 6'7". If you're gonna be 5'8", or shorter than probably 6'4", 6'3", and you don't have a burner, like you got to be a defensive specialist. You got to be a hustle guy, and nobody, like, let's be honest, nobody really wants to hustle like that because it's hard. You know what I mean? So you just gotta, I don't know. I also don't know your age, and you've already said like you play for fun now. But if I could go back and redo it, I would change my mindset on how I approached the game in terms of, I never really learned how to read and watch film. My coaches didn't teach me that in high school, and so when I got to college and finally started watching film, it was very, very difficult for me to follow. And then my approach to like recovery and taking care of myself, stretching, eating properly, but also my approach to hustle. Like I hustled hard. I tried to run hard, but I think I there's a part of me that believes, in fact, I know I probably could have given more. I don't know. I mean, I have some pretty major injuries from basketball that I definitely sacrificed some of my health overall to try and compete at a high level, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hindsight's 2020, you know what I mean? Did someone say 6'7"? My fault, but yeah, my defense is very good. That's the only reason why I made it on the team. And keep it up. But yeah, I think the average height in the NBA is 6'7", if I'm not mistaken. It's close to that. Matter of fact, let's just look it up. What is the average height in the NBA? Yep, it's 6'7". The average height of an NBA player is 6'7". This has been the average height for the past 39 NBA seasons. That is crazy, dog. You're a drive demon? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I was not. Crazy, right? My brother is almost like if he has shoes on, he's 6'7". If he doesn't have shoes on, he's like 6'5" 3/4 or something. That's basically 6'6". What's the difference between watching film and games? I pick up pretty quick on people games when I watch people play and pick up or NBA games. So the difference, how do I explain it? One, the amount of reps that you get, like mental reps that you get from watching film. But there's nuances that you pick up on. Like in games, like you can pick up on such, like, how do I explain it? In games, you'll pick up on like, you know, are they right-handed, are they left-handed? You know, when they go up and drive, they go with this hand. But what you pick up on film mainly is like sets. Okay, they come down, he put four in it, you know, or 5 fingers up in the air. And this is the play that they ran. And then you kind of break down, okay, these are the vulnerabilities, right? And also from watching film, you'll focus on one player the entire game. You'll take down all their stats and you'll look at that over the course of, like, say, the previous 5 games. You'll watch that one player and you'll start breaking down statistics. Okay, so from the left elbow, outside of the 3-point range, they're shooting 22%. But if he takes 2 steps inside, so he's shooting like a 15 to 17 footer, that goes from 22%, jumps up to like 48%. So that's his favorite spot. He's really good at that spot. So we need to make sure that we negate him getting the ball in that area. I mean, you're looking at different defensive breakdowns, offensive breakdowns, things like that. How big is bro's shoes? He wears a 13 and a half or 14. So I was actually the one that was robbed, okay? So my brother has a 6'9" 3/4 wingspan, and he's 6'5", basically 6'6", right? He wears a size 13/14 shoe, okay? I'm 6'4". I have a 6'9" and a half wingspan. So it's a little bit shorter than my brother's. But I wear a size 15 shoe. My legs are really long, but my torso isn't. Gotcha. I pick up people's individual games because I'm an ISO player. I never learned about plays or anything. Yeah, that's the bad thing about regular pickup is like everyone wants to do ISO stuff. And what I noticed last night is like the guys that I play pickup with, when we're playing pickup, it's like we make 1 or 2 passes and then we're chunking up a shot. Last night it was like, okay, what is the most efficient way to get points? As of right now, Splunky has a height advantage and a strength advantage. These guys cannot stop him down low. Really can't stop me anywhere on the court. So let's just give him the ball and let him eat. And when they start crashing on me, then I can pass it out because someone else is open. You know what I mean? Like, you're thinking about the ins and outs of basketball versus pickup when you're playing with 2 or 3 people. You guys are just playing one-on-one basically the entire time. Just trying to, you know, see who can get to 11 the quickest. We're giants? Yeah, I mean, I don't notice it, okay? I don't realize that we're big and tall until I go out in public. Because you have to understand, I'm the shortest guy. I'm the shortest male in my family. Like, if you look at all my siblings, and you don't account for, like, step siblings, Actually, my youngest brother might be a little bit shorter than me, but he's 17 and he's 6'3", 6'4". I'm pretty sure he's gonna be taller than me. Okay. You look at my dad. My dad is 6'6". My brother's 6'6", almost 6'7" when he has shoes on. So like, we come from a very big family, yes. But also, I come from a family of football players, not basketball players. I'll set screens and make passes, but listen, I'm a bucket. Heck yeah, Jay. Making screens and stuff like that is a lot of fun. But when you're playing in an organized game, a 5-on-5 like competitive match, yes, you probably set screens and stuff like that. But one thing that you do, yo, Callie with the likes, you'll appreciate that, dog. One of the things you'll notice in a 5-on-5 setting is like, rather than trying to ISO everybody and like, I don't know, the focus obviously is to win, right? And so you're focusing on the most efficient way to get points and the most efficient way to play defense, right? So after like the first 5 minutes, you kind of get a feel of the flow of the game, and it's like, all right, like if my brother was going nuts, or if there was another teammate on my team that was going nuts. We had another guy on our team that was shooting threes. I think he was like 4 for 5 or something like that, it felt like. And it was like, no, just keep shooting the ball, bro. Keep shooting the ball. And then once you start missing a little bit, all right, then we'll change it up and pass it to somebody else, right? And try and get them going. And then on defense, it's like, am I trying to block their shot? Sure, if I have an opportunity to do so. But really, I'm just trying to make your shot uncomfortable. My only job is to get my hand into your face and just, I don't need to like block your shot. I just need your shot to be off by like half an inch. And that will give me an opportunity for a rebound. Sometimes it falls, sometimes it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, those are the things that I think about when I play basketball, because I played for so long. When you're playing 3-on-3 or one, I will tell you this, walking onto the court last night and playing in that competitive setting, like the fire that I felt in my stomach that ignited as I stepped onto the court, I was like, yeah, bro, this is what I'm missing from my life, because I don't do any competitive stuff very often anymore, right? But when I play pickup on Saturdays, I'm like, I don't care if we win, really. You know what I mean? I don't care that much. I'm just here to have a good workout. And so it is a little different in that regard. I don't know, there's a switch that kind of flips when I play. You assume I can dunk? Not anymore. One, dunking, I used to be able to dunk basically however I wanted to. If it's a really good day, I probably can, but one, I am like 75 pounds heavier than I was when I played in college. That's number one. Number two, people don't realize this, and if you've never dunked, you won't realize this. It is not a comfortable thing to dunk. Like, the amount of energy you're using to jump that high, and landing from that height actually hurts. It is not fun. Like, it looks cool when you're younger. It's really not that cool. But if I lost about 40, 50 pounds, actually, about a year ago, I was about 20 pounds lighter than I currently am, and I dunked. Maybe less than a year ago. So, yeah, if I lose 20 to 30 pounds, yeah, I can dunk pretty easily. Oh, you can almost dunk? Then yeah, you know exactly. I've never dunked. Believe me, dunking is not as cool as people think it is. I mean, that's a lie. It is pretty cool, but like, the amount of energy you expend and like landing, it hurts. You're just like, dude, this is really uncomfortable. Now, I will say, I've dunked on my college teammate. I've dunked on a couple of people. Brother, there is no better feeling than when your chest is on someone's head and you're putting that ball in the hoop. I can't lie. It's diabolical work, but it feels good. You feel like a monster when you do that. Oh, you feel like such a monster. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I miss it. I love it. I love it and I miss it. Brother, it's like, there's no feeling like it. Yo, Callie with the 2,000 likes. Thank you. There is no feeling like it. It is like, I don't know, the dopamine that you get from dunking on someone should be illegal. And then you want to start running your mouth. I'm not big on trash talking. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a big trash talker as long as no one's talking trash to me. Someone opens their mouth towards me though, my mouth starts to get real active. And the scary thing is I know there are people in this league that like take that seriously. Like, they can't handle trash talk, but they'll dish it out. And then they want to fight. And it's crazy to me. It's insane to me. Fortunately, I didn't have anyone talking like crazy trash or anything, honestly, because I was busting their heads. So there's that. But no one was really talking trash, which is really, really nice. But I kind of fell back into like an old bass, like an old Splunky, where like I'd never really talked trash in high school or in college. I just let my game show for itself. And so like people would talk trash and I'd be like, bro, look at the scoreboard. We're up by 20. All right. And I got 40 on your head. Like, you can talk trash all you want, but I'm busting your ass. You know what I mean? That is like that's my favorite kind of trash talk. Or like the Tim Duncan and just like tap you on the butt, be like, hey, nice try, bro. Like I had a guy last night. I had it at the top of the key, right? And I was extended. I was beyond the 3-point line. And he was swiping at the ball, knocked it out of my hand. I grabbed it back, jumped up, laced a 3, right? And ran back down the court. He was like, good shot. I was like, nah, bro, good defense. Like you actually knocked it out of my hand. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't have been able to knock it out of my hand, but you did. Is breaking someone's ankles or dunking on someone more hype? Dunking on someone. Without question. And I've broken a few people's ankles. Dunking on someone, it's not even close. It's not even close. Not even comparable in my opinion. Bro, because like when you break someone's ankles, it's like, damn. Yikes, like I really just cooked you. When you dunk on someone, that's someone challenging you as a man on the basketball court. Ah, hell no, hell no. Hell no, that's because you've never bodied someone. You've never been chest to chest looking at someone's soul. Eye to eye contact. They're challenging you as a man. And they start to go down and your body continues to go up. And the next thing you hear is... That's the next thing you hear. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! You put him in the graveyard! You put him 6 feet deep! Holy shit! Oh my god! Oh my gosh, dude! You ended him! What the hell? That guy has a family! He has kids! He has to go to work tomorrow! Oh my gosh, Blunky, what the shit, dude? Calm down! That's not fair! Oh my gosh, just witnessed a homicide! Like, you've never been there. Nothing compares. Nothing compares. Breaking an ankle is nowhere near that. Nowhere near. Because think about how often you can break someone's ankles. You can come down every possession if you got handles like that and break someone's ankles off. You know how hard it is to get... I don't care if you jump 44 inches. Do you understand how difficult it is to body somebody like that? You feel me? Yes, I've done that multiple times. I've snapped people off. I've snapped people off where you hear the sneakers damn near explode. All right, like I've been there. I've done it. You know how long I've been playing basketball? I've played basketball longer than I have. I've been playing basketball for 20 years. Yes. Yes. I don't know, man. They challenge you as a man when they end up falling over. Look, you reach, I teach, I get it. But you're asking someone who can dunk which one feels better. And a guy who has done both, I am telling you, it is without a shadow of a doubt. And the thing is, if you guys could dunk, you would be like, and you dunked on somebody, you'd be like, I know, I get it, Splunky. I get it. But y'all are telling me y'all haven't dunked. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bro's played more than you have lived. That's what I'm saying, Hallow. That's what I'm saying. You don't have swag, the ankle breaker doesn't look that cool. I agree. I don't have a whole lot of swag. I'm a very fundamental footwork sound kind of guy. So my ankle breakers don't look that good. I don't even look like I can play basketball, guys. Like, I can honestly admit that. I look goofy. I look goofy when I run. I look like a goofball when I pick up the basketball. But I am very technically sound. Okay? But also, y'all are talking about the whole gym going wild. Have you ever done something that blows the whole gym away to the point where no one says anything? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you dunk on somebody, something vicious like, and the whole crowd is so stunned by it, not a damn word is said. You're just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, are you okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. To each their own, though. Okay? I can't dunk anymore, so it doesn't really matter. I've never been a crazy ball handle guy. I've always been really good. Thank you for the 3,000 like, Kelly. You're doing double work. You're crazy, bro. I've always been the type of guy that is a goofball, but has a burner and has footwork and post moves that make you look stupid. Okay, that's what I do, and that's my favorite way to play. And so that's that. Can I drive the basketball? Yes. In fact, I drove the basketball last night a couple of times. Do I need to do that? Not really. I got a burner, so. Can I reach that 5K? I believe in you. I believe in you. I gotta apologize. You don't have to apologize for caps, dog. It's all right. I don't know. You know what I really wish I was good at, though? I really wish I could play soccer. I don't know what it is about that sport. It looks like a beautiful sport. I have a friend that plays soccer and or played pretty competitively at a high level, but had to stop due to concussion injuries. But I don't know. There's something about soccer that seems like a lot of fun. I don't know. You gave up soccer at 7? I think I gave up soccer at 8 because they had you playing when it was -5 outside or 103. And I was like, dog, we can't play when it's like 70. That makes more sense to me, you know? So. Let's see here. I hope you get them. My friend is waiting for his son to be born, and he's at the hospital with his wife, and he's playing World of Warcraft. It's tippable. I gotta tip my hat, guys. Someone almost broke your leg for missing a goal? Nah, bro. Nah, that's not okay. I had I was playing in the same men's league that I'm playing in now about 10 years ago, and I was playing in college. I was back for the summer, and I figured I'd join in just to stay in shape. And had a guy. We were in the championship game, and I threw the ball in from out of bounds, and I turned over the ball. Right? We ended up losing the championship game. Which there are people that still give me a hard time about that today. First off, I didn't care about the game. I was there for workout, right? I'm on summer break as a college athlete. I don't give a shit about the game. But there was a guy who played football in college in our same area. He walked up and pushed me in my chest. I guess he thought because I was a basketball player, I was just gonna like fall over. But when I say he bounced off me, I'm not even kidding. I looked at he was probably 6 foot. I looked down at him and I was like, you ever put your hands on me again? You may never play basketball again because I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And he looked at me and he said, my bad, dog. Yeah, just next time pass me the ball. Like, all right, cool. He walked off. So, I don't know. I don't want to get violent, but I think every man should have the ability to do so. You should be capable of defending and protecting what you value. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say on that. Looking down on someone that's 6 foot is wild. Well, I'm 4 inches taller. So, and I probably, like, all things considered, I think he was like a receiver or a running back or something. So, like, he was stocky, but like, my playing weight was 215 to 225, bro. He was probably a $180. I'd break him in half. There's the fact that he tried to hit me. Like, I get you're upset about losing the game. I get it. But, like, don't put your hands on me. I don't care if I'm the worst basketball player on the planet. Don't put your hands on me. At least, when we trade legs, you don't want my legs, bro. I mean, unless you just want my height, but not a torn ACL. I tore my ACL in my left leg and my left knee and broke my femur in my left leg. Also tore my meniscus and other stuff. Yeah, so, trust me, you don't want my legs. But I broke my leg in football. I was a tight end and a defensive end, and for some reason my coach had me on kickoff return. And we got the ball, and I don't know. I'm not the fastest guy. All I know is the guy who hit me was a bricked up, I think, linebacker. And he didn't really hit me all that hard. I mean, he hit me pretty hard. But, like, I'd been hit harder in my life. But I didn't want to fall because we were in the stadium and there's like 20,000 people watching. Because in Texas, we really are about our football. And maybe not 20,000. There was probably... It's not even close to that. It was probably like 3,000 or 4,000. I don't really remember a whole lot from that day. But anyways, point is, yeah, I wanted to, instead of just falling to the ground like I should have, I stepped back to try and keep myself from falling because my ego and the force from the hit traveled from my chest down my body and exited out of the back of my left knee. Blew my knee out, broke my femur. It was a very sad day. So, all that to say, guys, don't do anything with ego, okay? I mean, if you want to have an ego, that's fine, but like kind of keep it, you got to tame it. Keep it to yourself. Let it out when it's important. But if someone matches that same ego, just be prepared to like, hey, take your L, all right? I should have just taken my L that day. I didn't. And for that, I tore my ACL, didn't get to play any sports my whole junior year, which is the most important year of high school, and then came back my senior year and absolutely cooked. So there's that. There's just a little bit about me. Hope you enjoyed it. And honestly, it might have been God saving a lot of people, because if I got to play my junior year, honestly, if I got to be healthy the entire time, I'll be honest with you guys, I would have gone pro. I would have gone pro. I don't know if I would have gone deep. Thank you for the 5K like, hey bro, you're rolling. Thank you, Callie. Well, he's always the unk that is always dropping advice. I try to. Like, here's the thing. Like I've said before, my job isn't to just entertain by streaming. My job is to leave the world in better hands than I received it, right? When it's my day, whenever that day comes for me to move on, I hope that I have done my job and have left the world in better hands than I received it. And I fundamentally believe that to my core. Okay, so there's that. I try to drop some knowledge pieces from time to time. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of depends on the day. I think more than anything, I just kind of ramble and talk. You know what I mean? Just to chatter. My generation is the fatherless generation. You're doing God's work. Hey, man, thank you. Look, man, the weirdest thing about being a dad, right? And like, I don't know, this idea that like men are not important is bullshit. Women are incredibly important. Men are incredibly important. And having a mother and father in your life, for the most part, is incredibly important. There are some vile humans out there that should not be parents, and we're not talking about them. We're talking about the hard-working people who are doing the best that they can, right? It is so much harder to raise kids when you don't have both the parents in the picture. Whether that's through marriage or maybe they're divorced, but have worked out a system that works for them, okay? The thing is like, what's weird, and because I have a son and a daughter, they're both my world. But what I realized as a father is I'm raising my son to be my replacement. My job isn't to just raise him and send him out. At some point, he's going to have to be the leader of his own household. Norby, welcome back. Have you made money from basketball? No. I wasn't allowed to make money from basketball. I stopped playing after college. After I hurt my lower back last time. So that was my junior year of college. Because I pulled my back one last time. I basically couldn't touch my toes. And yeah, it started going south from there. Why? Oh, wait, why what? Yeah, no, I wish I could have made money from basketball. That would have been sick. But no, I wasn't allowed to. That was a more recent thing where you can make money in college. But you also have to understand, I was at a Division II, so the chances of me actually making money from college was damn near zero. I've made more money from streaming and making content on YouTube than I have from playing basketball. But if I had stayed healthy, if my body could have handled the punishment and I never had any major injuries, I was that guy. Matter of fact, my teammates in college were like, Splunky, if you were 6'8" based off of your skill, if you were at least 6'8" or taller, you wouldn't be at Division 2. You'd be Division 1 somewhere, absolutely cooking. I was that kind of guy. And that's coming from someone who it's really hard for me to take a compliment because my father was a coach, and so we always, after every match that I played in any sport, we always broke down. We were like, okay, this is what you did well, this is what you did poorly, this is what you do better. So when someone gives me a compliment, it's like, yeah, thank you, but this is what I could have done better. It's really hard for me to take a compliment. But when my teammates said that, I was like, damn. Like, it hurt my soul, guys. It hurt my soul. It was a very sad day knowing that if I was 4 to 5 inches taller, I could have played somewhere else. But it is what it is, you know? You got to take what life gives you and make the most out of it. And I think I did that with basketball, and now I'm trying to do that with streaming and content creation. And, man, I've been putting in a lot of work, clearly, as you can tell. It seems to be working out. I don't know. I think another part is I've gotten so tired. I don't know about you guys. I know some of you are younger. I get that. But I feel like society is just really soft as a whole. Like, we as a whole are just catering way too much to everybody's feelings. I think people's feelings are valid. They have every right to feel that way. But it's not my responsibility. Like, your feelings are not my responsibility. And vice versa. My feelings are not your responsibility. You may say something that hurts my feelings, but that's your opinion and you have every right to it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. You got too many people that are like, wah, 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 wah. Life is not fair, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no shit, Sherlock. It's not fair. What are you going to do about it? You can sit here and continue bitching about it, or you can wake up and go to work like everybody else does. You know? You can wake up and chase your dreams, whatever that looks like. Hold on. There we go. That's my 2 cents, though. I'm just a guy on the internet. You know, take it or leave it. I play Minecraft again. What should I start with? Easy, normal, or hard? Just jump into the fire. Hard. Minecraft isn't that hard anyways. So, now if you're talking about hardcore, that might be a little different. But if you're going to start a world, just do hard. And get your, you know, it allows for better spawn rates for mobs. It allows for better mob farms. It allows for you to, it's easier to get villagers to turn into zombie villagers so you can cure them. Just go hard. Yeah, just go hard. Just go hard. Just rip off the band-aid, go hard. Don't even think about it. Just get in there. Oh, my nose. Alright, it's 12 o'clock, guys. I'm gonna go get some, not in 100 years. I'm gonna do hardcore at all? Really? This was a hardcore world initially, and then I changed it. But hardcore is pretty dope, I feel like. I changed it because I died, and people on YouTube were like, just keep the world because you've made some cool builds. I want to see what you build in the future. And I said, okay. Not right now? Okay, I respect that. I respect it. Nothing wrong with it. I'm going to go get some more coffee and go pee. Guys, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll sit here and I don't know what you're going to do. Tanny! What's up? You caught me right as soon as I'm going to a bathroom break, so I'll be right back. But if you happen to leave before I go, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing really well. See ya, hello. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. This guy is the best streamer ever? Whoa, hello, thank you, by the way. Kind words. Did you ever play D2? Like Diablo 2? No. I did not. Bro, had me launch Minecraft? How did I have you? Dude, I didn't do anything. That was all you, big dog. Oh, Destiny 2? No. Nope, no Destiny 2. I played the first one, and that was it, and I barely played that. I did one of those, like, little raid things, and it took, like, 5 hours, and I was like, dog, I'm not built for this. I am way too sleepy to do this. Not built for a raid. But I made you want to play again? Well, hell yeah. Then I did my job. Then I'm doing my job. Also, this song's a banger. Just so you guys know, okay? Last night we had a massive storm come through. I assume it was a massive storm. I don't know if it like rained a ton. It did rain last night, but you know the crazy part, all right? The thunder. I assume it was like 5 to 10 minutes of thunder that I heard. I'm not entirely sure because I was in and out of consciousness because I was sleeping. But it shook my damn house. It was like crack. Boom! It woke me up. Scared me out of my sleep. You understand? Scared me out of my sleep. I started having a conversation with God. I said, now, okay, hold up. What did I do wrong? I am sorry. Like, whatever I did, I didn't mean it, you know? It was that kind of thunder. It felt like the lightning bolt struck right above our house. That's how loud it was. It was insane. Like, I heard the thunderbolt strike, and then the thunder after, like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it was like a small little piece of thunder. It was like crack, and then like following that was like boom. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know the scientific term for that, but I guess it was the sound of, I think thunder's the sound of the sound barrier being broken. I really have no clue. No clue. But nonetheless, it was terrifying. But we survived. I didn't feel bad because like my kids were sleeping and I was like, did they wake up? But I don't think they did. I think they were good. I don't know. Yeah. You know what I really need to figure out? I need to figure out how to grow on TikTok. It's very confusing to me how streaming works on TikTok. All right, hello. Reset that mode. Ready, set, reset. Well, imagine that was like your call. Oh, that'd be crazy. Ready, set, reset. That would be insane. That'd be so confusing. But I really need to understand TikTok streaming. Really need to dive deep into what is going on. Like, as someone who doesn't watch a whole lot of TikTok or a whole lot of streams on TikTok, I see people on TikTok who have like 300 viewers. I'm like, how do you guys do that? Is it because they've been streaming for a very long time? I don't know. Are they making content on TikTok as well? Is that like a big aspect of it? I genuinely have no clue. Just got some coffee from Black Rifle. I don't know if I've ever had Black Rifle coffee, but I've heard it's pretty good. I just got another mean mug of black coffee. It's really good. I actually have 5 mugs out here, so I need to take those inside. I will do that after the stream today. Trying to keep my desk area clean. Gotta remind myself, put it up, don't set it down. Do I have a Discord? Yes, I do. You're on your phone, by the way? Oh, sick. Yep, I can post the Discord. Yeah, I'll post the, let me get the Discord link. Hold on. There you go. Did it work? Yes, it did. Okay. There's my Discord if anybody wants to join it. I'm not always in there, but I do chat in there from time to time. So I'll just put it that way. If you're in there, thank you. If you're not in there, thank you. I don't know what to say. You know, thank you, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I should never do that again. Bum, 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 bum. Bam. All right. All right, let me minimize that. Get back to what we're doing here. Can I put it on kick? Or did it not? Didn't go to the kick chat. Okay, yeah. 1 second. Sorry. Why didn't it go to the kick chat? Is it? Yeah, whatever. It should have gone to the kick chat, but it didn't. So stupid. Why didn't it go to the kick chat? What is going on? That is crazy to me. Thank you. Yeah, anytime. What is going on with my stuff, man? Try to do all this extra stuff on stream, man. I may just get rid of all the extra stuff on the screen. It may just be a raw Minecraft stream, dude. Spend all this time adding all this extra stuff and it doesn't work. It makes me want to punch my computer, man. You know what I mean? Just a straight up yeah to the computer. You just realized you were 3 minutes behind. YouTube is so bad about that. I don't know what it is with YouTube, but it gets delayed so bad. Honestly, I think the most non-delayed is, and that's with me having it on low latency. Like, it shouldn't delay, but I don't know if it's because I'm multi-streaming that it delays. I don't know. There's something about YouTube that it constantly delays. So it might be better. Like, I don't know. I think Kick, maybe even Twitch, or TikTok are usually better, but I don't know. I don't know how to fix the YouTube thing, because I noticed that when I go like watch the stream, it will be delayed. I don't know how to change it. I don't know what I did wrong. Bow, 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 bow. Doom, 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 doom. Bow, bow, bow. I want to know if maybe getting to. Nah, never mind. Just forget it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I had a thought, but the thought didn't make sense, so we're just gonna ignore the thought. You know what I mean? You ever do that? You ever just be thinking, and then you realize that your thought is stupid, and you're like, you know what? Why was I thinking about that? Or you ask a question, and then you realize it's already been answered, and you're like, wait a second. There's definitely an answer to this, and I know the answer to this because I paid attention in school every now and then. You know what I mean? I'd be doing that all the time. Yo, G just joined the TikTok stream. G, what's going on? G, not uppercase, lowercase G. All right. Was a little G. Now I'm a big G. Anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have so much energy today. I want to know when that's gonna stop. I'm trying to think. Why didn't I sleep so well? I don't feel like I slept that well because I'm pretty sore from playing basketball yesterday. Like, really, it's my calf muscles that are super sore. Like, I haven't used my calves like that in such a long time. You're about to go see the Penguins? Oh, yeah! Let's go! I'm stoked. I am so stoked. How big is this aquarium? Is it a pretty big aquarium? I hope so. It has to be fairly big if it has penguins there, right? Surely. Penguins are sick. I don't care what anyone says. Penguins are sick. Boom. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I was thinking about the other day? Like, could I actually stream every day? I don't know if I could. I think I would have to, I would lose my mind. I think I would break. I feel like it's so important to have a day or two off every week. Granted, I have basically a full week off every other week because of, my quote-unquote stream schedule and whatnot. I'm watching my kids, but you know what I mean? That makes sense. Melon Man! Welcome back! Let's go! How was mowing the yard? Dude, I love, okay. Once you get me started on mowing the yard, it's one of my favorite things to do. It's the getting started part that kind of stinks. But I think this evening I'll probably end up mowing my yard because my alleyway needs to be mowed. And we've had so much rain recently that everything's starting to grow really, really fast. But I hate mowing when like it's freshly rained because of the mud. You kind of mess up your yard, which I don't have a great lawn to begin with, but you mess it up, right? And then, okay, now hear me out. And then, like the grass itself, the cuttings, the clippings are all soggy and wet. And it just makes it difficult. Like it's heavy to throw away. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But hopefully you had a great time mowing the yard. Hopefully it wasn't too hot. See, I prefer mowing in the evenings, mainly because like when I want to stream, mainly I mow on weeks where I stream. So like I want to get started on the stream as early as possible. I like starting between 9 and 10:30 a.m. Sometimes I wake up super early and just get going, but yeah. So I like end up mowing during the hottest time of the day, but whatever. My mama didn't raise no punks, so there's that. I'm built different. I'm built different, dog. This is a major accomplishment, guys. We have officially knocked this section out. Wow, that took so long to do. Your PC blue screen, no! Tanny, I'm welcome back. Welcome back. I'm glad that you're back too. I have dirt inside my ear. Dog, what? Huh? What are you doing? What kind of mowing were you doing? It doesn't seem normal. All right, look at this. Look at this. We have a triangle, guys. A triangle left. Y'all understand the significance here? We really are making insane progress. How about you? I have really bad seasonal allergies. I don't know if I'm allergic to the grass or if I'm allergic to something else. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, no, the amount of sneezing that I do, I have to wear a mask whenever I mow or I just sneeze nonstop. So even when I take allergy medicine, it gets really bad. A triangle in Minecraft. Did I say triangle? I swear I said rectangle. Did I say triangle? No, I said rectangle. Did I actually say triangle? I mean, it's cool making a triangle in Minecraft. So I enjoy it. I think it looks dope. Norby with the T. I said triangle? Oh, dude, what is wrong with me? Oh, no. No, I meant rectangle, guys. I know my shapes. Dang. Oh, I know my shapes. I promise you I know my shapes. It's a good sized aquarium. We're going to be walking around with penguins for 50 minutes. Dang. Okay, yeah. Heck yeah. You have to tell me how it goes. I bet it's going to be so fun. Oh, man. Aquariums are cool. Aquariums are so cool. I'm a big zoo guy. I like going to the zoos. And I like taking my time too. I like reading about the animals. It's a little bit harder when you have kids because they don't have the attention span, right? They're like, "Dad, I see a cat." And I'm like, "Yeah, can we read about it?" They're like, "No, let's go look at the birds now." And I'm like, "Okay, well, here we go." So I try to read about it, but my son got to feed a giraffe. And that was a very cool experience. The smile that was on his face, dude, it lit up my whole world. It's okay, being in a squirrel-only world is tough on the mental. I agree. And then spending the amount of hours that I've spent in this area getting it ready for this mega build, it's kind of crazy to me that I might be a little bit normal when it's all said and done. I am a little bit concerned about my mental health, all things considered, but I seem to be doing okay as of right now. Some days seem to be a little bit worse than others, but I'm managing overall, you know? Is there a way to link Kit to TikTok? No. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, not that I'm aware of. Would be nice though, wouldn't it? Be so nice. Boom, boom. Grab that, and then go back to what I was doing. If you're still alive, I'll update you. Dude, the zoo in Houston ain't no joke. You gotta be built for the heat. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's the heat, bro. It's the humidity. I feel bad for some of the animals sometimes. I'm like, how are you guys okay? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's an aquarium in Houston that has like a giant shark that sits outside the it's like a giant shark building, and there's like a restaurant at the very top, and then there's like a little shark ride that you can do. That place was cool. Is that the aquarium you're talking about? No, you're not in Houston. I don't know where you are, but that aquarium was cool. I forget what it's called, but I went when I was a kid. They ain't trying to make my account name Hollow because all my friends finna judge. Why would they judge you for that? It's like a weird thing to judge about. I think it's a cool name. How about this? Tell your friends to shut up. How about that one? And to mind their business. How about that? Just out here living your life. Whoops, I gotta go. Kinda corny. Hey, look, bro. There ain't nothing wrong with being corny, bro. I'm trying to be the whole kebab, you feel me? People are afraid to be corny. Shit. Not me. Not me. I'm a goofball, bro. I'm a goofball. You can't be corny. Shut up. Shut the hell up. It's weird. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Nobody gives a shit. Now, if you're doing weird stuff, like truly weird stuff, yeah, people might give a shit. But for the most part, like, nobody cares. There's a lot of wrong with being corny. Nah. See, that's just being weird. You know, being yourself and being genuinely you, that's one thing. Going and making fake abs and then making a video where you're jogging when we all know you don't run like that and you don't have you don't have a low enough body fat to have abs that nice. That is just weird. Corny is like dad jokes. That's corny. I like being corny. You gotta be corny. Like making someone doing something that someone finds just to be stupid. Like, I don't know, collecting Pokemon cards. That could be considered corny. Like, you're 30, dog. Why are you collecting Pokemon cards? Because, motherfucker, I like it. That's why. You know what I mean? Weird behavior is getting fake abs. That's just weird to me. I don't find that to be corny. That being said, I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, if Drake's not a billionaire, he's going to be, right? So, hey, what's the new corny? Nah, hell no. We're not doing that. No, we're not changing shit. Stop it. Stop with all this changing shit. Make something else up. God, look. People always be like, no, you're just getting old. It's like, no, you're changing shit. Yes, I'm getting older, but you're changing shit. Stop changing it. You want people to understand what the hell is going on? Stop changing it. You know what I mean? Didn't need an alt. Already had a Hollow account. Hey, my boy. My boy. My boy. Hollow, look. Hollow was ready. I was like, nah, bro, I got this. I'm good. Look, don't even worry about me. I got it handled. What was that? That was a notification for something. What was that? My stream still live? Jay, I'm sorry, OG. Times are different now. Yeah, you gotta start having a conversation with your generation, bro. Alright? You gotta start having a conversation with your generation. And I get it now. I get it why my grandparents and my parents were like, y'all are just saying stupid stuff. I get it now. Because we're changing the definition of words. English is a hard enough language as it is, alright? I struggle with it enough. And then you go and change the definition on me? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Let's work together on this. We're trying to make society better. Stop making it more difficult. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you want me to stop using a term because I'm too old to use it, that's one thing. Fine, I get it. I get it. I can understand that. Sure, I can make sense. But when you change the entire definition of a word, or like, no, this is no longer corny. This is what corny is. That's like when them changing math in school, right? Like, the way that I was taught math is different from what kids are being taught in math now. Why are we changing math? Why are we doing this? You know what I mean? I can't keep up with the new slang. It's a chore. Why would I want to keep up with the new slang? I don't know. Maybe I'm too much of a realist, but it's like, did I use slang when I was younger? Yeah, a little bit. Not that much, but I did use it. But I don't know. You hit like 25, 26, and all of a sudden someone says something and you just start breathing a little heavier. You're like, bro, I'm tired. Tired, dog. I can't do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm exhausted. Why do I got to carry around a dictionary with all the updated new words when I know in like 10 to 15 years there's going to be brand new slang? Like in 10 to 15 years, when the first generation of TikTokers disappears or grows up a little bit and the new generation comes in, there's going to be new stuff, right? Matter of fact, like Riz is the most ridiculous. Like, I get it, it sounds kind of cool, but what? Huh? Because you have charisma. I get it, but come on. They changed the alphabet because kids were struggling with it. That sounds like a them problem. Why are we changing the alphabet? I'm Gen Alpha and I still struggle with slang. Hey, look. Oh, how with the other? Oh, yeah, 1,000 likes again. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And here's the thing. Like, every generation is going to have their slang. I get it. But dog, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just puts me to sleep. Yeah, they got rid of the LMNOP because kids thought it was one letter. Like, okay, I get it, but eventually you kind of catch on. You know what I mean? And honestly, you can say it super slow. You can say LMNOP. But we're not gonna, like, the fact that they changed the song, no, bro. The new song sounds trash. And I will die on that hill. So I understand why they did it. I just don't agree with it. So there's that. Wait, hold on. There's a new alphabet. They changed the alphabet song, Hello. It's gross. Riz is so bad I'm sticking with Game. I'm fine with that too. Game sounds good. I like that. That sounds great. Riz sounds stupid to me. But that's just me. People are now referring to women as balls, and it ain't it. Wait, what? Huh? What? I haven't heard that once. That sounds ridiculous. That's an insane take. Why, like juggling? Is that like the thought there? First off, let me put this out there. If you were messing with multiple people, women or men, at the same time, you disgust me. Have the decency and the respect to tell the person that you're dating or the person that you're with that, hey, I don't think it's gonna work out. These are some of the red flags that I've known. Have the respect and have the courage to properly face them, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. Smiley Pie, that's new. Ain't that our fault? Get the hell out of here. Stop that. That's crazy. That is insane to me. That is crazy work. Ain't that our ball? No, bro. No. That's crazy. I would never say that about my wife. Oh, that just makes me uncomfortable thinking about it. I would never say that about my wife. That being said, like we are in it for life. That, like, unfortunately, you know, my wife has me for life until I die. So there's that. That's the level of commitment I have to my wife. But I'd never call her my ball. That's my baby, okay? That's my girl. That's my woman. That's my wife. Not my ball. What the hell are we talking about? And fine shit, Flunk, you're some fine shit, man. I don't know if that one sits well with me either. Because there is a saying out there, it doesn't matter how shiny, how much you shine a turd's still a turd. Some fine shit, you're some fine shit, man. I mean, I get the approach, but fascinating. Yeah, that's a chore keeping up with it. I am interested in like the type of slang my kids are gonna have. Granted, my kids are gonna be homeschooled, so we're not putting them into the public school system for personal reasons, and